again, not sure what happened there. Whoa, there they go! Huge wreck down the back straightaway. Someone sliding into the inside wall.
And
It's
my
Bob,
Roblox.
and one car is around. Caution.
My
is
game
out.
did not.
And more
pick.
wrecks
Oh!
in turn 3.
Byron
Byron's
involved.
around,
Bob.
Sky's around,
Oh
Bob
my
slams into
goodness.
Sky.
That ain't good.
And the first caution of the season comes out. Ancient, to no surprise, looked like he caused that one.
Alright, and I'm going to watch that back. Kind of see what was going on.
Yeah, well, let's take a look, see what happened
Bob
here.
slammed.
There you go. In there.
Yeah, it
Oh,
looked
there they
like
go.
Ancient just threw a
Huge
late
wreck
block
down
on
the back, straightaway, someone
Byron. Oh, I am under the track again. That's fine.
Alright.
I don't need to be on the track.
Ooh, that I accidentally did that. Oopsies. This should. Is it not? Okay.
That's some bumpy grass. Good lord.
It should. Why is it not showing up? That's weird. Well, for some reason, that's why. Alright, here we go. So let's take a look at what happened here. Byron came down on Ancient, it looks like right there. See, here we are coming into turn number 1. See, Byron get on the... Yeah, Ancient kind of pushed him up, and then Byron cut down on him. Byron got into the wall right there. Sliding into the inside wall. And then let's see what happened right here, because... It looked like, oh yeah, terrible block from Ancient on Byron. Sent Bob around.
I don't know. I think I think
that was a big
Byron.
wreck. And then there's
I think
more
they were
wrecking right here.
they were a little frustrated with each other coming out of that corner onto the backstretch, and yeah, that block was a little sketchy. But first warning of season 6. Can't believe this is the last season. Oh, season 5. I was thinking
so
6th annual Clash.
For people who are a little bit confused, this is the 6th annual Clash, but it's only the 5th season.
Yeah.
Also.
How does that make sense?
Because hold on.
Because years.
Oops. But anyways, Byron gets a verbal warning. Who was involved? Bob, Ancient.
Sky was involved.
Byron,
Basically,
Sky.
anybody who is from like Byron and back was involved. Or no, Orange and back, I would say.
Here we go. See if everybody's ready. Already 50% through this race. It's been a very quick race so far.
Really quick race. I think you should have done like 50.
I mean, I just wanted to...
A little quick.
Oh, no. All right, well, here we go. I don't think anybody said NR. Let me just make sure. Yep. All right, we're all good.
Green flag. You can go ahead.
Arnioto leads us to the green flag. Tim behind him in that 16, but he's going to squeeze himself to the bottom of the racetrack. There was room there. Not a lot, but it definitely worked.
Whoa!
Everybody stacks up.
Contact.
Check up.
Both drivers check up. Ozone. Ozone and Tim, a little bit of contact there going into turn 2 as pretty sketchy. As you said earlier in this race, some of these corners, it can go from being really stable to all of a sudden going all hell breaks loose. As, big contact. Ancient slams into Arnioto, hits Bob. They save it.
And,
we stay green, of course.
Speaking of Ancient, let's switch our focus onto him. That graphic on the right side of your screen, it's a little bit small. Let me just make that larger for you guys. There we go. That graphic on the right side of your screen, his season 4 statistics. Ancient Reign, 2 wins, 13 starts, 4 top 3s, 9 top 5s, 101 laps led, 0 DNFs, but also 0 pole positions, and a 4.8 average finish for Ancient. Pretty solid.
Not bad, not bad. One of your season 4 playoff drivers.
But the one person that I do want to focus some attention on right here, that's going to be Bob. Get this. And it's also a little bit small, my bad.
Yeah.
Get this. Only one win, but 485
That's
laps
insane.
led. That is
That's
3
crazy.
times more than the person who was in second place, and that was Tubobs with around 120 laps led.
That is insane. I feel like every
Great year
race.
for Bob last year. Also, not to mention 14 starts, 9 top 3s, and 11 top 5s. Great year for Bob, and a 4.1 average finish.
Tim, I'm afraid that's not glaze. That's just he did really good. Almost 500 laps led in one season is a crazy stat to have.
14 race season where most
crazy
of the
stat to have.
are shorter.
Most of
contact.
Whoa, huge crash. Tubop involved. Tim involved. Tim is collected. They save it. That should be fine. It's no caution.
What happened?
It looked like here. I'm streaming, so I could always review it here. Oh yeah, Tubop came down the track. That didn't sound right.
Let me see. Let me look at.
Oh, Byron came up and collected.
Oh, never mind. You're not sharing your screen.
No. Byron came up and hit Tubop down into Arnioto, and then Bob got collected. Or not. Tim got collected, not Bob. Not Bob. So Byron drifted up the track a little bit and came up into Tubop. This is on your view, and it's like pretty hard to tell.
Incident?
No
warnings.
I couldn't see the whole incident. I can view my stream, see if I have a view of it. But from the looks of it, it looked like he drifted up the track. All right, am I streaming on this account? Yes, I am. All right, from my view, it looked like he drifted up the track into Tubop and collected him, but I can review it again.
Okay. So it's essentially just a racing incident, but we don't know what happened really.
Okay.
Yeah, there's been a lot of contact, a lot of cars going down the racetrack. Hard to keep it clean.
Yeah, I didn't get a good view of it.
I wouldn't say this race has been too bad. Sky puts Naruto up the track right there, but it looked like there's some room on the bottom for him. And just, you see, whenever everybody starts, now I want to show this. Whenever everybody starts stacking up like this, you see it. Sky gets pushed out of line. That's how people start losing positions. People lose positions because huge run from behind pushes them up the racetrack. They got nowhere to go.
Mason said he was at Grandma's birthday dinner and he wants a TP.
Well, he kind of can.
Yeah, it's a little late. As Ancient pushed up out of line by Bob. Pretty smart move from Bob as he might get his. He might get a taste of his own medicine. 3 wide. Huge run.
3 wide once again, and he's looking for the lead right there. Not sure if there was space, though. I got to go back and look at that.
Yeah,
Not sure if there's space for Ozone right there.
Looked a little funny. As
Oh my god. The one thing I hate about YouTube is that sometimes there's this weird, stupid thing where I'll click. I think there was a little bit of space.
He went under the apron. Half his car was under the apron before he got his nose under there. But a fairly clean race aside from a couple incidents as Ozone drifting up the track. He was typing. I wouldn't type going into turn 3, but Tim
coming up on 10 to go here at Daytona. What is the pressure like when it's 10 to go at Daytona, specifically in the Clash though, not the 500?
Well, in the Clash, it's kind of a shorter race. It doesn't mean as much as the Daytona 500. However, it still means a lot, obviously. You're winning for bragging rights, sometimes a Robux prize, whatever it may be. It's very nerve-wracking, especially coming down to the last part. You're just hoping, thinking to yourself, do not screw this up. It is, like I was saying earlier, go big or go home. You want to go for risky moves, but you want to keep the car in one piece, and that's something all drivers sometimes fail to do is take care of their own car in a late race situation. As Orange sent up the racetrack, he's going to be sent up the middle, but keeping it fairly straight up there as Ancient a little bit of contact with Naruto sent to the back of the pack.
I haven't been reading chat, but mainly just because I'm trying to quote-unquote stay in character. This is our own game. This isn't a public game. Although I do plan on making it a public game once it's once the league is over by the end
Kind of
of
like
summer.
Aska.
Also,
Oh my goodness! Track bump, but he saves it. We stay green. It's a really funny track bump. I don't know what happened there, but
Tim just got pushed on, and that's another thing is
Byron
these cars
DNF.
they're not. These cars are not supposed to stay single file. Like you're supposed to spread out into multiple lanes, and we just saw it right there. When everybody stacks up and everybody's getting runs and not really spreading out, what's so difficult is keeping your line and holding your position. You see Northern go up to the top trying to get something. You see Naruto up there as well. Bob's just way too far back. And nobody, especially at the end of these races, especially at super speedways, nobody wants to pull out a line and try to make moves. You pull out a line and try to go up to that top, nobody's going to go with you. That's a free spot for everyone behind you.
True, as we've seen Northern send up the racetrack a little bit, that forces him to no longer have access to the bottom lane, but Naruto followed in suit and decided, hey, I want to push Northern, and it didn't really work out for him as he's now sent all the way to the back of the pack.
Brewing up. You got Ozone in that 87, the new Course Home Racing part-time charter.
Too wide racing.
Started up the outside lane with Sky, having to manage both.
If I were Naruto, I would go work on the bottom with Bob. Seems like a smart thing to do here, but
now the one problem with that outside is that contact
Ozone around.
Caution is
Ancient
out
involved.
before the line.
Late race caution. 7 laps to go. There's a quick incident. I got to review that.
Nasty.
Yeah, that was funny. Not funny, but that was weird. So it looked like Ozone went down, made a little quarter panel contact with Ozone, and it was just a domino effect. Just smack, smack.
That's what I was
2 Chevys involved.
thinking.
Like you were saying earlier, a little bit of a ricochet. Just, it's like ping pong. But Ozone was the ball, so.
Let's take a look at what happened here. So here we are coming out of turn number 4. You see Ozone, it looked like he tried to go to the bottom. Either that's lag or he tried to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. Was not clear. Slammed into the one of 2 Bobs. Came ricocheting into Ancient, which brought out a caution. 2-car caution, second one of the day.
Pretty unfortunate event for the 2 Chevys here, as we're going to have a late race caution, 7-lap shootout in a few minutes here. Let's look at some of these schemes. I'm liking these schemes.
Yeah, oh yeah, scheme of the day. We got to do scheme of the day.
So we got Sky in the gray mobile.
Yeah, Sky scheme looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
Here, do you have, is his scheme? Oh yeah, it's the Carvana scheme, okay.
But yeah, honestly,
that's not a bad scheme.
There's a lot of options for schemes. I think Northern's DuPont looks really well made.
Yeah.
2-Bop scheme also pretty good. It's just, I don't know, I'm not really a huge fan of just like the plain black and gray. Orange's scheme is pretty good, it just doesn't really line up. I really like Naruto's, honestly, but that could just be me, you know, bias because I made that car. Ancient scheme also not really that bad. I spent a good amount of time on that. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, that Yahoo scheme is nice.
I think personally, I think the cleanest scheme, Northern wins. Northern wins scheme of the day.
Yeah, that DuPont scheme, you can't go wrong with DuPont. It's a very nice looking Jeff Gordon style scheme.
I think, is Glitch with you in the booth? Can you check?
One driver I was impressed with his scheme making is Arnie Odo. He has really improved in his efforts to make schemes.
Glitch is under the map actually, so that sucks.
Arnie Odo has improved immensely with his scheme making.
Arnie Odo's definitely gotten a lot better with scheme making. Last season, I really liked his Reese's scheme last season.
Yeah, I remember.
That was good.
I was seeing a picture from last season, and I saw him in the background. It was pretty cool.
All right, here we go. Bring Fiesta. Bring Glitch.
How we doing? Oh wait, you didn't bring my.
I did.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I would sit down, but for some reason I can't jump. All right.
Oh, you're invisible on my screen. It's pretty funny.
Really? Oh, yeah, it's because you hit get rid of view names. Because view names gets rid of, I think, Ozone's NR. Okay, never mind. All right. Seems like everybody's good. Don't see anything in the chat saying NR, so here we go. Green flag in the air at Daytona. 7 laps to glow, or 7 laps to go in the clash.
7 laps to glow. Hopefully the last restart of the race, I want to see a nice, I wouldn't say clean, but a nice green flag finish here. Exciting.
Green flag stint to the end, exactly.
Yeah.
As you see, Tubop and Orange pull up to the outside. Definitely not on purpose, though. As Byron just pushed Bob up the track, although he's going to lift back and hopefully try to give the spot back to Bob. Good job on Byron there.
If you're going to make mistakes, please do it before 5 to go. Otherwise, you're going to be in a tough situation trying to get your way back to the front in 5 laps. As we've seen...
How funny would it be if the unsponsored blank car ends up winning this race?
That would... Don't jinx it. Ooh, Arniotto pulls down to the bottom. I think he might have hit a track bump or something as he comes right back up in front of Ozone. Not much he could have really done there.
Yeah, he's got to break back. Nobody's trying to get spots back. 10, not sure what he was doing right there.
Whoa, Orange.
Back up, and
huge crash. Multiple cars involved. Naruto flips. First flip of the Season 5 Spotify Cup Series season comes in the clash at Daytona.
And the third caution of the clash, it was caused by Tim.
4 cars involved.
Slamming Arniotto, then trying to break back and get in a spot that was nowhere there.
Whoa, 5 cars involved, something like that. This green flag stint isn't looking very possible as Ozone, I don't know if he was upset or what, but he just took out Ancient. Got to look back at that.
Caution?
Yeah, under caution.
Oh, Ancient is
on his lid. Yeah, I know. I just watched Ozone murder him.
By the way, it's fine.
I just watched Ozone murder him.
Oh, never mind.
He said Ancient has been exterminated. Oh, I gotta review that.
Alright, let's take a look here. We gotta go over it. Just give me a sec.
Here, I'll share my
Give me
screen.
a sec so I can look back at it.
I'll share my screen on Discord so you can see the post caution.
I don't have a screen for Discord. That's on the issue. Alright, so let's take a look back and see what happened right here. This also could be a warning for Naruto because I think he did pass below the yellow line, but...
Oh, Northern flipped
happened
before.
Alright, so...
Northern was the first flip of the
Ozone hit it
Spotify
down,
Cup
then
Series.
Naruto had nowhere to go, but I'm not sure what Tim's doing here. He's riding on Arniotto's door, and then checks up, causes Orange to go under the line, and Orange... Nothing Orange can do in that situation, honestly. Look back and let's slow it down real quick.
It's another one of those things.
It's
another one of those things. It all happens so quick, especially this late in the race. As this race isn't really too much of a
Yeah, you saw it right there. Sorry, I had to cut you off, but you saw it right there. So coming into turn 3, Tim tries to break back because he doesn't know that Orange has a run, and he's trying to get in the spot behind Arniotto. He hits Orange, and coming into the corner, there's really nothing Orange can do here. He comes up the track, slams into Tim, and then just a ricochet effect. Everybody gets involved. Byron comes up the track, and then Naruto slams the outside wall. Heavy, heavy impact for Naruto. And the third caution of the night. I almost hit the stop recording and stop streaming button on accident.
that would have been annoying.
All right. Let's just have a clean finish. Don't think anybody said NR.
A bit of a rocky bit of a rocky past
right,
5 laps, but green flag in the air, and we are underway. 5 laps to go here in the Spotify Cup Series 6th annual clash. These cars sound like jets.
I never explained why it's the 6th annual clash, so let me just do that real quick. It's the 6th one because Season 4, you had the original Season 4, and then the league was disbanded. We didn't plan on racing. And now we had the rebranded Season 4, and now this is Season 5, the official final season of the Spotify Cup Series.
It's been a good past few years. Spotify has completely transformed every
board with
year
two
is just
bops
better
right here.
and better. As Byron sent out of line up to the top. Only part-time driver here in this field tonight.
No, Ozone is.
Oh, Ozone's part-time as well.
And
Excuse me.
same with Orange.
Orange is part-time as well. Excuse me.
Coming up on 4 to go, and Orange is actually in 3rd place right now. His teammate
Whoa,
Sky
Sky
leads the
sent
field, but
onto
Sky
the
goes
apron.
under the line. He's gonna have to lift. He's gonna have to lift all the way to the back to see if he can find an opening somewhere. And now coming into the corner.
That is unfortunate. Luckily, he's going to have some help in this draft. Another inside lane forms late in this race.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can really do about that inside lane. It's just nobody wants to sacrifice track position and go up to that top side.
I feel like if anybody's going to start the outside lane, it has to be now.
Ooh, Byron and Ozone with a little bit of contact right there. I got to go.
Yeah, that was a little sketchy.
That was all about.
Tubop leads him out of 4. Coming to 3 laps to go here in the 6th annual Spotify Cup Series Clash at Daytona. Arnioto sent out a line, hoping to get some help from his teammate of Naruto.
Byron went for a spot that wasn't there, but he was getting pushed.
I couldn't tell if
So
Sky just got
good.
forced.
Byron couldn't do anything because, I mean, Byron was getting pushed.
I think Sky just got forced down. I have to look at that real quick.
Okay. Good job by Ancient going up the track. Tubot, nothing to do. Just got pushed straight up the track. And you see everybody swapping the lead now.
No. Yeah, he just got pushed into the
If you are in the lead at this spot right now, there's nothing for you to do. You just got to pray that everyone else behind you wrecks and a caution doesn't come out. But most likely that's not going to happen as Tim hits a curb in the infield road course.
Pretty calm ending to this race so far as we're coming up to 2 laps to go. Byron leads him out of 4. Northern sent down under the apron there for a second, forces Naruto out of line. He's gonna
pass.
Yeah,
Northern's got to lift. And he's trying to. That's what we were talking about before. That front stretch is sketchy. I think Sky also may have just passed under, and Northern's got to break all the way to behind Tubot, but he's got 2.
That's really difficult as a driver, especially this late in the race, to try to rebuild your position from last all the way back to first. As like I was saying earlier, Orange, another part-time driver, he's made his way up to the front,
there goes Byron, and then he
down to the
slams
back.
Bob, nothing he can do.
He could
And
lift.
That's gonna be...
I think Byron could have lifted a little, but not gonna lie. Arnioto once again freight trained up into the outside lane, trying to get something to work, looking to hop down the bottom with his teammate. White flag in the air. Bob leads him into turn 1. Sky looking onto the bottom, sticks his nose down on Bob's inside lane. Nar gonna help his teammate loose? Question mark? Okay.
All right, here we go. 3 wide at the back right there, but nothing they can do. Everybody's still training the bottom lane. Sky leads the field. Naruto in second. And will that blank car of Sky end up winning this race? Naruto
Now's the time to make a move. Tubop pushed to the outside lane. Not much of a chance for him to win this one anymore, but Nar has to make a decision. Top or bottom. He's going to go high.
Side drafts him. Here they come to the stripe.
And Sky's
going to win it.
Wins the Clash of Daytona. The blank car.
The blank car. Sky ends up winning.
Oh my
And
goodness,
I said it multiple
bro.
times. His scheme was finished. Just for some reason, it's not
It's
working.
because
I mean,
the server was. You should probably shut down. Do you do fastest lap awards? Cause.
No.
Okay. Anything that if you would shut down.
There's no points this race. This is entirely just a.
Okay. All right. Well, a pretty exciting 40-lap race. Only a few cautions, a couple little sketchy incidents here and there, but that was pretty exciting to watch as Sky on a new team, Icon Racing.
I'm gonna give Sky an option here. Does he? I don't know if he's in the stage.
Here, if you could drag him. If he's not, yeah, he's not. He is in stage. He's in stage. Here, I'm gonna.
Do you want to shut down so your scheme loads, or do you just want to do the burnouts now?
Oh my God, Ozone.
Shut down, I guess. All right.
Sure
we'll be right
down.
back. We'll just go on a quick commercial break, and then we'll get the burnouts in.
I invited him up to speak. And I think I'm going to do interviews.
These cars are cheap.
What was it? Well, I mean, I know the issue. The runs were massive.
Wait, is there...
That's what happened.
Did I just hear an Arnioto voice line?
No, it's because you can't hold the outside with how the
Oh. I'm retarded.
It's too tight.
You turn too easy, and then you
It's
turn.
like it turns too easy and then it gets tight.
Inconsistent.
Okay. I'll tell Hero about that.
Hi, Mr. Sky.
Put it back to how it was. Okay, Bob doesn't like it. I didn't change shit. Well, was it too easy to turn now? Because I literally turned it up like 0.5.
Probably.
0.05 or 0.5?
More TP me. I want to be there.
I will, but just give me 1 sec. I got you. I need you guys to.
I'm gonna do.
Be quiet real quick.
I'm gonna do post-race interviews.
The friction is the reason it gets tight. That's wrong.
Cup.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, you can't really do any burnouts in the grass, because that's why.
Can I get a teleport?
I wish I changed the grass. Hold on.
Me too. Want me to get a teleport?
Hold on.
Thank you.
Can I get a teleport? Can I get a teleport? Yeah, these a little bit of bumpy grass action.
Give me my teleport.
Alright, hold on. I'll teleport you once the sky's in fucking victory lane. There we go. Did it load? Oh my God, no it didn't.
Mar, if you want, you could interview. If you want, you could interview Sky, and I can interview the top 3, the rest of them.
Alright, here, just respawn the car, I guess.
Yo.
I don't know what's going on.
The leaderboard is messed up, by the way.
Orange got a top 3.
I got a top 3. I got second, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, please be quiet, Arnioto and Orange, please. Alright, welcome back. Oh shoot. Alright, there we go. Alright. Welcome back. Sky's doing his burnouts right now. Let me just get a quick photo.
Arnioto's car?
And Arnioto, yeah, for some reason the other one just wasn't working. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. It's not.
Oh. Wait. That was fire.
Oh my God.
Oh, he almost
Why do
lifted.
I can't get photos.
I can.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll get photos.
the last one I took is all right, I guess.
Bro, what the hell?
All right. Well, anyways, bring it to victory lane. We could do some interviews.
I want to interview some people. All right.
We'll do some interviews. Stretch this stream out just a little bit.
Get some watch time.
Interviews. And then bring Reese, bring Gilly.
Playing Fiesta.
Fine, I guess.
Woo!
Oh, well, there he goes.
Ow.
Oh wait, hold up. Let me send the photo I got.
Bro. On top of the trophy, bro.
Who got photos? Oh, Cole got photos. Stop spawning cars.
I gotta go shit.
God damn it. Why does that? Why do that, man? Alright, there we go. I got the screenshot. Alrighty. Let me put that in winners. And let's see here. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick. This is gonna take me a sec.
Oh, everybody disappeared. Just like poof.
I think that's
Fire
the second time now
Mar-
Sky's won the Clash, yeah.
Mar, check your stream. You messed up the title.
I know I did.
Capital GA.
Capital what?
I did Daytona. There we go. All right, let's get some post race interviews in. I'm not sure how many people are in the stage.
I think I'm just gonna interview the top 5, or just the top 5 that are
I'm
available.
gonna move you down, Orange. Let's interview our winner real quick. Let's interview Ice Sky Itch. How do we feel, Ice Sky Itch?
Pretty good. Joined a little late, but yeah.
What does this mean for Icon Racing heading into the season? Because you guys were probably one of the top teams, and honestly, I think you guys may have a shot for a title.
I think it's giving us more momentum, to be honest. But I don't know how the season was gonna go. I don't know if I could have made a lot of races, but we'll just see how it plays out.
All right, and then one final question. I'm pretty sure this is your second Clash win. I think maybe only this is your 5th Cup Series win. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. That puts you just a little bit closer to the top of the board. I'm pretty sure Tubot leads it with 7, maybe 8. You're gonna try and break that record?
Hopefully we can do it, but I don't know. It's just we're gonna have to see how everything goes, if I can make races or not.
All right, well there you go. That is Sky.
TP.
Let's talk to
TP.
let's talk to team owner Orange, who
Can I get a
also was
TP?
racing this race. Orange, could you come up to the booth?
Could you TP me? I died.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm here.
Oh, I brought Orange. Oops.
Wow. Good job.
There.
Yay!
All right, so Orange.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
win for the rebrand. How are we feeling?
We're feeling pretty good. I raced in the Clash. I finished second. Our team, we had good teamwork all day.
Uh-oh.
I'm
We're
hoping
good.
that, you know, our team will stick together and we'll make as many races as possible and we'll get as many wins as we can this season and possibly compete for a title.
Yeah, your team last season did not make the championship 4, but you guys had a solid roster. You had one move, and I just also want to ask, how important is it to bring someone like Sky onto the team?
It was a great addition. He definitely, if he can stay consistent, he will be a great addition to the team. Hopefully, he can get us some wins. I know Arnioto, he's been with the team. This is his 2nd year with the team. Hopefully he will also do as good as he did last year. Again, just came up short of the championship 4, but it's all right.
Oh, well, there it is. That is team owner Orange. Get out of your bot. That is team owner Orange. Let's bring up Naruto. I want to talk to Naruto for a second. Not sure where he finished. Let me go back and look at that.
He
real
finished
quick.
3rd.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, side by side at the line. So Naruto, how are we doing after that race? How are we feeling?
I mean, I'm proud of my team. I mean, we didn't have the best car. We started to the back. We worked our way back up front a lot of times, and had issues with my car. Had no tape at all, so I kind of catch up to no cars. I needed someone to bump me the whole way. But I'm proud of my team. Proud of the Yahoo car. Part of my
Yahoo!
NASA sponsored by NASA Marmalade. I gotta thank all of them for funding my team, and hope we can do better for the Daytona 500 and win it.
Well, one more thing. It looked like those Bob Rowe cars were working pretty well with each other there, even though you guys weren't in your team VC. I'm pretty sure. Can you express what it's like working with your teammates?
Alright. Off season, right? I'm gonna tell you a secret. We hold each other's, you know, that's a bond. That's a bond right there. It's a bond. We have a bond together, all three of us.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
You know, we have a bond. Like, we know everybody's secret. Like, Bob has like 3 holes in his butthole.
What? What?
All right, get this guys out of here. Get this guy out.
All right, I'm gonna interview
All right,
Arnie
we're
Oda
gonna-
real fast.
Okay, yeah, you interview Arnie Oda, and then that'll be it.
Hello, Arnie Oda.
Guys, what's up, gamers?
A pretty, I wouldn't say solid finish, but you got I think it was top 5, right? Yeah, you got 5th.
Yeah.
Good finish result. So, I just wanted to ask you a couple things. What is the experience with you and your newfound teammates here at Icon Racing?
I mean, it's Daytona. It's a clash. It was kind of a fuck-ass race all night. So it was kind of just like we're hoping to get ourselves in a good enough spot, and it worked. And we took a 1-2-5, which is not bad. But again, it is a clash. So hopefully we're gonna look to maybe either do a little bit better or replicate the same thing for the actual Daytona race, and hopefully the cars will be better by then. So.
Yeah, nice. I got one more
I would
question.
Like to ask, sorry,
after this.
I cut you off.
You're good. You're good.
I would like to ask, what are the issues with the cars, just so I can tell them to hero?
So
try to
the
fix 'em.
issues with the cars are, it's very awkward. Okay, so when you can't hold the high side lane because it's way too easy to turn the cars up there, and so it's impossible to just have everybody follow each other up and down the track. And also, there's
Ew, why is
just
the
a
camera
big
angle like
amount-
that?
I don't know if that's on purpose, but there is a big amount of I don't know. I think it's bumper lock, but that's why everybody's just getting sent up the track.
I get we
understand
could
that's
try to
because
make
nobody's-
bump draft a little
nobody's pulling
longer.
off, but you know.
The camera angle is really weird.
I think that's also just because everybody was on the bottom, everyone was stacking up, there wasn't really a lot of
Yeah.
space.
And I feel like if we fix the first problem and that doesn't happen, then we don't have to worry about bumper lock anyway, because then you have a lot less cars trying to push everyone.
Oh yeah, it is a little funky racing the top. All right, I have one more question for you, Arnie Oda. With you being one of the longest racing drivers, I don't know how to word this. With you having raced like almost every season since season 1, in my opinion, you deserve the championship in season 1. How does this give you any edge at, like, do you have any more experience at the super speedway tracks compared to anybody else in Spotify?
No.
No. And can we play Lesbian Touchdown, please?
Yeah, you can join up.
Alright, well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching the Season 5 Clash at Daytona. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock EST, I'm pretty sure?
Yeah.
Let me check the times real quick. Let me tell you. Yeah, we're gonna have one busy day tomorrow. All right, tomorrow 2 o'clock EST. It's going to be qualifying. It'll be single car qualifying, 1-time lap, and then the front row gets locked in based off speed into the Daytona 500. The even numbers will be dual 1. The odd numbers will be dual 2. And once again, I kind of said that wrong.
Dual
there
2?
will be no fuel and tire wear.
Ooh.
And tomorrow as well, 6 o'clock, it'll be duel number 1. The top 5 drivers will make it into the big show, the Daytona 500. We'll have 12 drivers in total. Same thing applies for duel 2, although being held at 8 o'clock EST. Those will only be 25 laps, though, so the duels are only 25 laps. And then Sunday, 7 o'clock EST, the big race, the final Daytona 500 for the Spotify Cup Series. This weekend, Sunday, 7 o'clock EST. Make sure to tune in. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Alright, there we go.
I feel like I could have commentated way better that race. I was like, I'm so tired.
Could've.
I slept for like 3 hours.
I
Maybe
also kept
last
making a couple of mistakes, so.
But, yeah, overall, not bad. The race was not as bad. What the heck? My car is just, I can't control
At the
it.
start, it wasn't that bad, and then everyone started training the bottom. Then we had a lot of issues, so I think that's the only reason why.
I mean, the racing was decent, other than like a couple little accidents here and there, but overall, not bad. Just a little tiny improvement in the cars, and I think all will be well.
So I think what he was saying is that it's just like a little bit wonky on the top. Like whenever you get off, it goes straight up. Whenever you get on the, or like once you start turning again, then it's fine. You say something about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot easier when you're sticking to the bottom line versus being all haywire on the.
Like, because the turning is super, it's like super loose on the high side. So it's like it's like hard to actually like hold a line because your car's not, you can't just sit up there, unlike other leagues. So,
Alright, I'm joining.
but yeah, it's just
Right.
kind of awkward. Do you have admin or something?
No, I don't. I do not have the admin.
Me and Bot are the only ones who have admin, I think.
Okay.
Can you join our game and teleport us?
Also, is the camera supposed to be like that?
Where it's like,
The camera feels like it's so far away from the car. I just click spectate,
It's
and then it fixes.
it's 'cause
I know,
it's in
yeah,
the
it
backside
fixes.
of the car.
It's because of the rear what's it called? It's because of the blowover parts in the car are probably sticking out the back for reasons I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, but this is like how SRU is. The camera feels like it's in the back. But yeah, I mean, it's just the cars are just. The reason you didn't see anybody at the high side is because it's almost impossible to hold it up there.
Yeah, I was noticing like the bottom. It was so easy to keep it straight, and
Yeah, I
then
mean, that's always the thing with road racing, though. The
also,
bottom is easy, and then the top is just hard.
it looked crazy.
Line, by the way, you can get stuck on it.
It looked like there were like circus
You want the
monkeys on the
outline, yeah.
outside versus. It looked like you got.
That's what I tried to fix too.
Because of the draft, or because of the bumper lock, you literally could just get sent up the track so easily. So that's why we were having like problems in the front. You'd have to literally sit on the inside the whole time, or you would just fly up and get sent up the track.
All right, well, that's gonna be it for this stage.